Welcome back to Marketing Champions here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpoff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country. Today, we're in Lakewood, Colorado with Maddy Osman from the Blogsmith. And Maddy, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we are happy to have you and excited even more to learn more about you and the things you're doing. So why don't you start by sharing with us how you got started in the marketing industry?
Wow, yeah. It's hard to say exactly when that started, but if I had to guess, it's actually when I was much younger, 11 years old. I decided I wanted to learn web design, and that then led to content creation, which is kind of what I'm doing now. So I started technical, and then I got a little bit more on the creative side.
So it's really great that these technologies and opportunities are out there for younger people now, and they really get to learn that at an early age and give them that spark to get them started within the industry, which is fantastic. Now, what is the trajectory of, I guess, from starting at 11, but really just focusing on content and the Blogsmith?
Yeah, so I think what led me to content specifically was actually a web design job I had where I was helping at the school I went to, University of Iowa. I was helping with like student organization websites and other events on campus and things like that. And my boss at the time gave me the opportunity to work on the Student Life blog and also to run some of the social media channels associated with that. And so, you know, it's just like they're so related, but they're also so different. And I realized that I do love to build things, but I love to write, I think, more than I like to code.
And everyone has the things that really excite them about work and what they can do for a client. And it's obvious that focusing on the word has helped you and clients tremendously. What is it that you're talking about with new clients onboarding about their story and what you want to develop with them and for them?
Sure. Yeah, I think that capturing that unique brand voice is really important. And so one of the things we do after somebody wants to work with us and they accept a proposal is we have this really comprehensive intake form and process where we're asking things like, you know, where is your voice along these different possible spectrum. So the Nielsen-Norman group defines essentially 4 different types of tone that you could take as a brand just on a higher level. And I think that that's a really important part of nailing the writing that we do for them. So that's one thing. It's also asking things about visual preferences because I think that's just as important as the copy itself. And also, you know, understanding their audience and the specific personas they're going after and where they fit in in reference to their competition. So it's looking at the brand from many different views, because if you only have a one-dimensional view of them, you're never going to be able to write like you are the brand.
It's a very good point that you make. You really have to have the right vision of them and for them and their language for that story.
Right.
Things obviously evolve over the course of time. And you've been doing a lot of different things with your clients and see some changes within the marketing industry. And how are you evolving right now with what kind of new things maybe you're utilizing you haven't in the past or see coming up in the future?
So I think one thing that's really interesting in terms of the clients that we serve is how the Google algorithm changes, because a lot of clients that we work with are working with us specifically to be found in relevant search by their ideal target audience. And so one thing that happened in 2019 is the BERT algorithm update, which made Google a lot more contextual. So in the past, you had to kind of keyword stuff. You know, you would put the keyword in the article a bunch of times and in the title and in the metadata and all that stuff. But now Google's starting to move away from that. It's getting closer to human understanding as things like artificial intelligence and machine learning are integrated into that core algorithm. So that means that we can do more to serve the end human reader, you know, not at the expense of optimizing for search specifically.
Well, it definitely seems you have your pulse on what's going on in the industry and really creating stories for your clients and getting them messaging out there. So really thank you for joining us today, and thank you for sharing all this that you have going on.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And thank you all for joining us as well. It's really important. We can say this over and over. Your story is very, very important. And creating your story and having the right messaging that goes along with it and having the right people to help craft that message is even more important. So find out more information about the Blogsmith here on Daily Ad Brief, and go out, have a great rest of today. I'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.